Hello everyone, welcome to BT Talks, episode 15 already. I am about to welcome my good friend and superstar real estate agent advisor in Bodrum, Turkey, Mihane Sadiku. She's about to join in a minute or so. Hello, I see people joining in from different parts of the world. So as you can see in my different BT talks, I'm trying to have some of the most interesting people, not only in real estate, but in a variety of fields. A lot of entrepreneurs, people that are in Miami, Florida, the US, Europe, all over the world, to give it a little bend touch. So give me a little minute. She should be there soon. I see my man John Wilson, he's in the house. Thank you everyone for tuning in, I really appreciate it. There she is. Mihane is here. So hold on 1 second, I think okay. This is pretty cool. A lot of people are joining in. So, thank you, John. Appreciate it. I knew you were going to say that. So for those who don't know John Wilson, he's a great friend and one of the best agents in the Boca Raton area. And he's also super stylish. Hold on 1 second. So Mihane is here, but I think she's trying to see how she can join the live. So bear with me a little bit. There's always a few little, oh, there she is.
Hello,
Hi.
hello,
Hi,
Mihan.
hello.
So good to
Hi.
see you, and thank
Good
you
to see you.
for being a guest of BT Talks. Like I said, it's
Oh,
already
thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
episode 15. So I'm trying to be consistent with this, but I love doing it, and I love talking to friends and people I also connected online, and some top real estate agents all over the world, entrepreneurs. I always like to connect with people who are super interesting and good people as well. So
Oh, I'm honored that you think that.
to start this conversation, I think it would be great that you introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, because people may not be familiar with who you are. Mihan is a fantastic agent based in Bodrum, Turkey, which is one of the most beautiful places in the world. We actually connected online a few months ago when we've been discussing of different sorts of collaborations, and I think having you here is great, and we can educate people on the market out there, because it's not, I always think global. I think local is good. It's important to be very knowledgeable of your market, whether it's Miami or Bodrum, but it's also good to have insights on the market in different places around the world. So Mihan, please introduce yourself to my audience.
Well, thank you for inviting me to be a part of your BT Talks. Definitely honored to join this talk. To start off with, my name is Mihane Sadiku, but actually everyone calls me Mickey because it's easier to pronounce. Originally, I'm from Kosovo. I'm Albanian from Kosovo, but haven't been living there for 20 years now. And having lived in a few other places in the world, I've been living in Bodrum for the last 7 years, 7 years now. But the journey with Bodrum started actually in 2004 when my partner and we invested here when Turkey lifted the ban and the foreigners could buy property in Turkey. So we were one of the first ones to say that we bought property in Turkey 2004. And in terms of investment, we actually never looked back. And it's been one
So
of our best investments, I can
so
definitely say.
you yourself and your partner invested in
Yeah,
Bodrum in Turkey
yeah, yeah.
15 years ago, and then you moved
Yeah,
officially.
16. Yeah. Yeah, we were coming here for the summer, and my family and our friends, they were always joining us here. But in the end, after living in Dubai and a few other places, we decided it was time to kind of, we came here, and we've been living here since 6 and 7 years, and that's when my journey into real estate started. Bodrum is kind of a summer location, and there's kind of two things to do here. Either you're in the tourism business or you're in real estate business. So I definitely wanted more to be in the real estate side of it, and yeah, it started since then. And mostly my clients are foreign clients, and my personal experience, because I'm a foreigner myself here, has helped, and my knowledge helps a lot of other foreign clients to buy and understand the process of buying, the paperwork, the steps that you need to take. So I'm quite happy and
And
to
yeah,
to
and and that's what
inform.
that's what I tell, everyone. We educate people on how to buy a property or how to invest or how to sell. That's why
Yeah.
we say advisor. So it's more than an agent. It's more than the
Yes,
transaction. It's building relationships. It's connecting people with the right,
definitely.
people all over the world. So if you're interested in Bodrum in Turkey, you have someone who's fantastic right here. But
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your journey in Turkey as a foreigner, and how you started in the business in Turkey, because it's not easy as being, new to a country,
Yeah.
and starting in a business that's already not easy, but adapting to the way. How is real estate? Because I assume real estate is different in Turkey than it is in the U.S., and it's different in a lot of different countries.
Yeah, it's definitely it's different. The paperwork and the procedures, and it's not hard. It's just you need to understand the process. What helped me a lot when I started this is I went and got a certificate in real estate, which is not just the certificate is itself. It's great, but the knowledge that I got into insights into the legal part of this, of how things work in Turkey, and the title deed itself, how to explain the title deed and how it works, and all of that was very, very informative for myself
Hmm.
first,
Yes.
and then that knowledge I like to share and pass on. But my journey in real estate, as you asked before, wasn't really the easiest one, as I really wasn't sure on how to do it, and it was completely different to what I have done before. So I started first renting, actually. I started into rental and starting to high-end rentals, luxury rentals, and
That's how
that's
I
how,
started as well in New York.
yeah, yeah, and that's how I actually got to meet the rest of the people and the rest of the clients, and that's how the word kind of spread. And then you learn more about the marketing and how to market, how to do it better. You learn how to use all the platforms. And the main thing is that I like to be very honest in the steps and in the process, how
Of
it
course.
works. And that's the one thing that I really, really, really focus on. It's not the speed at which the transaction happens, because some of the clients are high end and they buy really expensive properties, and I always want to make sure to advise and inform them and the best way how to do it, the process itself, because the buying is going to happen when people want to buy, they want to buy.
Of
They
course.
want, they
Yep.
love, fall in love with the property project. They want to buy, and they definitely are in there. It's just I always want to make sure that the steps and the information is there, and specifically the foreign buyers.
So in a nutshell, what is the process? Is it complicated for a foreigner to buy a property
Not,
there?
not,
And
not at all. It's not really complicated, but you do need to. Lately, few years now, you need the evaluation expert needs to evaluate the property, because the incentive was there for the Turkish citizenship, buying
okay.
properties over $250,000. So that was done mainly to kind of establish that that is actually the correct price. that's been sold and evaluated at that price. So that's one part that you need to have. Then you need to have the legal translators that can only be present, the only ones that can be present at the title deeds office. No other can be present, only the one appointed. The other steps that you need to see whether the right correct paperwork is there, which is title deeds and the habitation certificate, which is a different paperwork that doesn't probably exist in the US or in other places.
Yeah.
But the habitation certificate, if you don't have one, it's actually very difficult to get one out after that, or not get one at all.
And is there any benefit for a foreigner to purchase property in Bodrum or in Turkey in general?
Yes, the Bodrum as an area itself, Bodrum Peninsula is it's a small area, and there are restrictions into building in Bodrum, and you can only build 2 stories. So there are no high rises in Bodrum. So what you can build here, it's already reaching its limit and capacity. So it's great investment, because whatever stock that is going to be here, the property is the value is never going to go down. It's always going to go up, and it goes up anyway, like sometimes up to 10% a year.
Okay.
So, and especially with COVID, of course.
Of course. So you have a lot of very nice villas, but also some smaller condos, nothing in high rise.
Yes. Yes, that as well.
Here in Miami, obviously all the construction is goes very fast. So the past 10 years, there's been a tremendous growth in Miami. There's some exceptional condos. Obviously, there's some exceptional
Yes, I've
villas.
been watching you. They're just really out of this world.
And
beautiful.
There's a lot of high rises with some exceptional views. And I think, everybody who comes to Miami loves the water view. We're very lucky we're surrounded by water, but it's true that here, compared to Europe and Turkey in general, construction goes very fast, and real estate is a little bit different. But I want to educate people on Bodrum and on Turkey, because eventually maybe they'd like to,
of course,
buy a property.
Would be nice to visit.
Yeah,
it would be nice to visit first, just to see it and then get an idea of what it is. But going back to construction, as you mentioned before, it goes a bit slower in Bodrum, because the summer months, because of the touristic season, it's not allowed to build. Heavy construction is stopped. So it stops from, let's say, end of May to end of September. So around this time, you cannot build. So it can go a little bit slower, but all the projects that start in Bodrum, I can say 99% of them, they finish.
And so your buyers are mainly people, so I assume you have a lot of foreigners, but you also have people from Turkey that are from Istanbul or some other places that are attracted
that are flocking now to Bodrum after the COVID.
To Bodrum, because Bodrum is a beautiful place. So tell us about Bodrum, because maybe some people, there we go. We have my friend Sylvia, who's here, and she knows Turkey. She loves Bodrum.
Oh, great! It is beautiful. It's a peninsula. It's the population is growing every year, but the latest figure, let's say, it's around 150,000 people. But in the summer, it goes up to 1 million or 2 probably, because a lot of people love to visit Bodrum.
We have a lot of international people that just joined the talk, which is great. People from London, from Paris, Miami, obviously. So this is really cool. So tell us about properties. I see Thomas, my good friend and business partner based in London, is here. Montag Real Estate is here. So tell us about properties in Bodrum. I always see these beautiful villas in different locations. What is the price point? What type of villas do you have? Do you have a lot of new construction, or do you have more traditional homes? What are the buyers looking for in Bodrum?
A lot of the buyers lately have been looking for more modern style, like Miami style, like your style of properties that you show. But in Bodrum, there are 2 styles. It's stone house or white, or the brand new modern ones that are being built lately with the famous architects and either local or international. And that they are very in demand at the moment, the properties. those properties, and they are also in complexes, and they have excellent facilities, and people mostly want to buy them because they want to use them for the summer months, and they want to have the facilities, the beach, the restaurants, the parks for the children, so they are quite popular.
Yeah, there is a question from Thomas. He's asking, why do you think so many billionaires are mooring yachts there? What's the key attractions in Bodrum?
Bodrum, for the billionaires, maybe it's the privacy, I believe, that's here. It's very private. People do not pry. I mean, you see the photos in Cannes and in France and Monaco, and this person.
But it's become here. less private, yeah.
But in Bodrum, it's so private. There are so many people that visited Bodrum, but they can walk around. They can walk around everywhere. People would not like. There's no real paparazzi, really. Maybe their own, the Turkish superstars and their own singers and famous people, yes. But the foreigners, the super yachts that are here, they're pretty much really left alone, and they are there visiting. The Yalıkavak Marina actually has been the big draw for all these super yachts.
Is that the main marina? Is that the main marina?
Yeah, there's Bodrum Marina, but the Yalıkavak Marina is the award-winning one, and it has all the high-end restaurants, and it's beautifully done. Actually, it's very beautifully done, and I think one of the main reasons for that is that's the attraction as well for the super yachts.
So you know, moving forward, we're going to talk a little bit about the future of real estate and global real estate, but let's stay on Bodrum in Turkey. What do you think Bodrum in Turkey is going to look like in the next few years? Is there a lot of change, like say Miami? So Miami, like I said, in a lot of my BT talks, and we discussed about it earlier, it's a growth city. So 10 years ago is not at all what it is today. You know, Bodrum, again, it's on a peninsula. It's very exclusive. It's very private. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you see Bodrum being like in the next 10 years?
Well, the projection was a few years ago by the companies that built airports in Turkey and worldwide, that Bodrum would be the fourth largest city or area in Bodrum. And definitely it's heading up that way because the population is increasing. When we first came here, even 7 years ago, when we started living here permanently, there weren't even that many private schools. And now there's maybe 10 private schools, and people are sort of choosing to even move their families from Istanbul and be here for, let's say, 3 or 4 days and then commute. There's only an hour flight from Istanbul, so it's really not that far. So more and more people will make Bodrum their home, and more actually international people are making Bodrum their home. There's more and more every year gatherings between internations and other sorts of gatherings. We are meeting more and more people that are joining Bodrum and making it their permanent.
What nationalities do you see that are, I don't know if they're flocking, but that are having strong interest in Bodrum? Is it a lot of like people from the UK, France, or Eastern Europe, or US maybe?
US, this interestingly enough, I was talking to someone from the immigration office, and the applications they have had for the residency permit from the US citizens actually have surpassed all the other nationalities.
That is interesting.
This
so
year,
there is a lot of US citizens that are buying property as a second home.
Either buying property or either choosing to live in Bodrum for half of the year or permanently.
There is an interesting question. Maybe you can answer. So my friend Sylvia, who's in Miami also, she's responsible for big development here, Turnberry Ocean Club in Saniel, which is fantastic. She knows well Turkey. She traveled a lot. Okay. She's asking.
I can't read without my glasses.
Yeah, but it's okay. No, I'm gonna tell you the question. So it's true. I was telling you, why do Turkish people love so much Miami? And she says, we used to have a lot of people from Turkey buying in Miami, but now no more. Why do you think it is? You know, why do you think no more Turkish buyers, or very little, are buying in Miami?
I think maybe this is just my opinion. I think the latest COVID pandemic and the way it hit everyone and the way it was dealt with each country, I think Turkey in general has handled COVID really well, and also their healthcare system is here. It was uh, I mean it was actually free to get a COVID treatment in hospitals in Turkey, whether it be government or private ones in the beginning. So maybe that from what I've talked to people, and a lot of them have chosen to kind of maybe divert their investments somewhere else, or maybe be somewhere where they are more comfortable. As I said, Bodrum is very small and there's less people here. So maybe that's that's something that have influenced these decisions. I don't know. This is just my opinion.
My question is, do you think Turkish will come back to Miami at some point and buy or invest property here? Because I mean, again, they love Miami for many reasons besides the weather. I think there's a lot of similarities.
They love America in general. They do. They do Turkey, and there's always an interest from the Turkish market into the American market, for sure. Miami, for some reason, more than the other areas. LA also is another interesting area that they like to invest in, but it's just this year, I think, and maybe the pandemic and how people have reacted to it, whether in their buying power or their life choices. I think in a year, this hopefully will be all done and forgotten. Then the people will start to think differently. But they are always searching for alternatives and alternative properties and maybe citizenship somewhere else. So I think in a year or two, maybe they'll be back again.
Sure. So in the last point I wanted to, briefly discuss with you before we finalize, but first of all, it's been a great conversation. Secondly, I think it's very important to mention how we connected and the importance of being globally connected with great agents all over the world, because now real estate is not just local and we all work together. We are also very lucky to have access to social media platforms, which we didn't really have a few years ago, at least not like today, and that they are very powerful. So by creating valuable content, well, now it's a lot video, but you can create valuable content through photos, text, videos, through all the different platforms, and you do what works for you. But you never know. In real estate, you have buyers and sellers and investors that are looking at property where you are, of course, so Miami or Bodrum, but they may also have properties in London or in south of France or in Los Angeles. And our clients want, to be connected with trusted advisors, which I always say, trusted advisor, because we're here to advise them and connect them with the right people.
That's a very good term, actually.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Have you had the experience of working with other agents that are in different countries, or not yet?
Yes, I've had, I've had UK, Russia, actually, Middle East, definitely, being connected. And most of these connections have actually been through social media.
Yeah, and it does take time. So, social media is an extremely good tool if you use it well. One of the reasons I started, BT Talks, I was like, I'm going to do this. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking with people. I enjoy connecting people, helping people, advising people. And the reality is everybody's connected through social media. So even if they're not all, say, on the live is very cool because people can interact. So we're having questions, we're having comments, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then it will be posted on my feed and people can watch it whenever they want. And so far, I've got a lot of very good feedback. And a lot of very cool guests are coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm excited. But the next BT Talk with you will be in Bodrum, right?
Definitely, yes. You should, please.
In Bodrum. So Mihane, thank you so much for being a great guest here on BT Talks. I really appreciate it.
For inviting me.
We'll do another one soon. I think, when all this is over, when we are able to really travel and you can come to Miami, I will tour you some beautiful properties here and show you the city. I will definitely come to Bodrum. and I'll see the beautiful property out there, because I want to see and know these properties that I always see in photos and videos. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. So, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you everybody who tuned in. Really appreciate it. I see my sister Margot who's tuning in. I don't know if she's in a plane or she arrived in LA. Oh, here she is. She's in the plane. So you see, I have people, you know, watching from the plane, which is super cool.
That's cool.
But
keep up the good work. It's
thank
really
you so
good.
much. Appreciate it. If anyone wants to have some information about Turkey and Bodrum, more specifically on real estate, buying or investing there, connect with Mihane. Your Instagram is the Bodrum luxury realtor.
Yes.
So you can connect with her. If you have any questions on Miami, buying, investing, selling, feel free to connect with me. And once again, thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.